Hey everyone, in this video I wanted to show you how I came up with this design right here. I'm going to show you everything, how I did the research using Profittree on Etsy, how I did some brainstorming with ChatGPT, and then doing the design in Canva, and then finally taking that design and putting it on a sweatshirt in Printify. So lots to see in this video. Let's get started with Etsy and I'll show you how I found or came up with this idea. Alright, so here I am on Etsy. The first thing that I did was I wanted to mash up Halloween and mom. So I did Halloween mom t-shirt, since that's what I'm selling. And let me go on here and see. Alright, so we got that, those. And then I was going to use Profittree to see if any of these are selling. So I'll move myself here. I think I'm blocking it here. So I'm going to use, this is the Etsy Radar from Profittree. I talked about this one before. Profittree is on sale right now. It has a lifetime deal of $67 for life. And this is one of the things that it does. It does a lot more than this, but this is one of the things that you get is the Etsy Radar. And I talked about some other things in my other video. I'll put the link up there, but you can see with this, I can see how much it's sold and so on, if it's in carts and stuff like that. So one of the things that I saw while doing this is I saw some things where they're mashing up mom and different things. So in this case, this one's in 9 carts. I'm gonna view this in Etsy. This one says mom stir, and I've seen that before. I've also noticed another one where it says, let me see, here's another momster. Let's see. In fact, there's a bunch of momster, and then I noticed this one right here says mom bee, so I'm going to show you this one. So it's basically zombie, I believe, yeah, zombie mom bee. So got me thinking, what else can I mash up together? So I didn't want to copy mom bee and I didn't want to copy mom stir. In fact, if we go to USPTO, let's check on mom bee. I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm here, I typed in mom bee to check if this is safe, and it's not. It's the number 25 is live. So if I were to do a mom bee on Amazon, it may get tagged. It may get tagged in Etsy as well. So just because lots of people are doing it doesn't mean that, you know, it's safe. So there you go. This is trademark. So I was thinking, how can I brainstorm and come up with something else? And that's when I thought to use ChatGPT. So here's my brainstorm process in ChatGPT. I've seen mashups of mom and zombie, which is mombie, and mom and monster, which is momster. Can you give me some other ones? So the first pass here was mummy for mom. Mombie, again, another way to spell it. And then I like this one, momula with Dracula. So some of the other ones didn't make sense. I said, how about momcula for Dracula? And it agreed. Yeah, momcula could work. And so it added it there. And then I asked, you may have noticed that some of them had like a tagline underneath. So I was like, what's a tagline, a good phrase for momcula? So I'm going to use one of these right here. I think sleeps all day, slays all night is kind of a fun one. Or biting off more than she can chew. I think this one is a pretty good one too, the top one. So I may come back and use that. I'll save this tab here, but let me show you how I'm going to design this. All right, so we're here in Canva. I'm going to start a new one, create here on the left, custom size, 4500 by 5400. You can type it in. I have it here. It's going to make the artboard size that we need. We're going to start right away with text. So first things first, let's type this in. Actually, instead of typing it in, I'm going to make a different one. This typecraft right here makes it so that you can bend it. So they actually updated it as well. So I wanted to show you this. So typecraft here, you notice it looks a little bit different here. You got the text that it would be. So in our case, it's momcula, like Dracula. And then I'm going to use a font that I like, not New Amsterdam. I think there's one called Jersey Club. Let's see, Jersey Club Grunge. Cool. And then we can customize. There's a bunch of warp effects already done right here. So we've got some cool ones. Like this one's Like, there's a whole bunch right here. You can do it in a circle and stuff, and it kind of shows you what can be done here. There's some fun ones. This one. And I think this is the one we want. But if you didn't want that one, or if you want to warp that effect just a little bit more up and down, you can. But if you didn't want that one, you can come back and make your own. So let's try that as well. You can come up here, use this distort, move that up like this. Or I could do the Bezier curve, move it up and down like that. Or the shape, you can see it has some shape options now. They didn't have this before, which is kind of cool. So that's a fun one. I think this distort one is probably the best one. So I'm gonna do it like that. And I'm gonna add this to the design. And there you go, Momcula. Pretty cool, right? The next thing I wanna do is add some drips to it, just to have some, you know, almost like blood, but it's gonna be black and white. Oh, I forgot to say, maybe we want this on a black t-shirt. Let's try this out. I'm gonna do a dark t-shirt first so we don't lose it. We can actually edit this. So if I wanted this white, I'm gonna edit right here. And it's gonna bring me back here, and I can change the color to white. And I'm gonna update the element. Here, update. There you go, now it's white instead. We want this white as well. We're gonna do that tagline that we talked about. Okay, so, and now we can make this background black. So this is more Halloween-y with the black background. Next thing I wanna do is, I'm gonna go back to elements, and I'm gonna do drip, just the word drip, like this. Hey, look at those graphics, they're dripping. And then I'm gonna put it in here and make it white. And then I can use one of these to kind of have the drip down like that. So look at that. Pretty neat, right? It kind of looks like it's dripping off of it. And there's a bunch of other ones. So if I go in here and see all, I can put this one, which is white. I can make white as well. Boom. Maybe put this one here and that. And it's just overlapping like that. Sometimes it doesn't really match, so I'm gonna have to make it a little skinnier. There we go. And you can put it anywhere. Maybe it's that one instead, or whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna do a bunch of these. You don't have to watch me, but it's the same idea. You just take this, make it white, like that, and put it on one of these ones here. Just make sure that you're not going over. So you want to make sure that it's in. And one way to do it is you can zoom in. So I'm going to come over here and zoom down here like this. And you can, that will give you a little better idea of where to put this drip. All right. So I'm going to continue to do these, maybe 3 more. I think maybe some on each letter would be neat. And you can do it any one of these. You can use the same one over and over if you wanted to, but I like using the different ones just to give it some variety. So maybe put this one on the U here, like that, you know, and so on. Just, it kind of gives it the illusion of like Dracula with the blood and everything like that. So I'll do a couple more and I'll come back. All right, so I zoomed out a little bit. I finished these right here. We're gonna add that heading, or not the heading, the phrase. So I'm gonna go back here to my ChatGPT. I like this one, biting off more than she can chew. So I'm gonna just go here and copy and paste it in here. And then we're gonna find a good font for that too. So let's see. I'm gonna do, maybe I need 2 lines because it's kind of a long one. So I'm gonna break it right there, biting off more than she can chew. And then I'm gonna do some, I'm gonna highlight it and then find a good font here. I'll move me back here. I wanna do one that has more of a grunge feeling. So I'm gonna do grunge up here. And look at that. This could be, no, it's gotta still be easy to read. So not that one. Let's see. Ooh, no, I don't like that one either. Ooh, Jeepers is always good. Yeah, so that kind of matches. That has the blood thing. Okay, and let me see. I'll do that. And then I think we need some graphics. So first, I'm gonna see if there's a good Dracula idea. I don't want an actual Dracula. I want something that like can match. Maybe some bats. Maybe this right here. No, I don't think I can color that. So that would have been a cool one. Let's see. Oh, teeth. Let's see. Wait. Oh, that's kind of cool. It has the biting idea. We'll keep looking. All right. Oh, and the fangs up and down. Oh, maybe that's better. Let's do this one and color it. Yeah, that's kind of neat. And maybe some bats. So let's see what we got with bats here. I may have to just do bats. So let's do that. Oh, here's some bats, but I'll just type in bats. Yeah, so we kind of looking for it to come down like this. And I think this one is a cool one if I can color it. Oh yeah, that looks kind of cool. That's neat. And I'm going to copy and drag it here and then flip it like that. Nice. Let me move me again over here. Gosh, I think this needs to be closer, so I'm going to do the line spacing like that. Great. Make it bigger. Kind of neat. Momcula biting off more than she can chew. Yeah. Let's make sure that it's centered. Wonder if we need a couple more things here. Maybe some bigger bats. Let's try. Just to kind of... No, that one has an outline. Let's see. Oh, that's 2 bats. I think that's too big anyway. I kind of like that bigger bat right there. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to crop it. And yeah, and maybe flip this again. Put it there. There you go. Trying to fill in the space so it comes down like this and there. Cool. Something's getting, oh, that's getting cut off. Let me crop it some more. Oh, it's not cropping right because it's the flipped one. So let's get rid of that one. No, this one, and do this and flip. All right, I think we're good now. Nice. I think this works. You can do it any way you want. I'm gonna go like this. Let's say that this is done. Momcula biting off more than she can chew. I think it works great for that. It has the words mom and this funny phrase as well. You may want to put some stars in here or something like that. All right, I think it might be a little too busy, but you get the idea. We'll play around with that. So we're gonna save this and we're gonna share, download. I'm gonna do transparent background. If you don't have Canva Pro, you're gonna have to come in here and delete the black background. I've done a bunch of videos for that in Photopea, so it's very easy to do. But I'm gonna just download this one. Now, I'm gonna use this one in Printify, and I'm gonna show you how to find which one to use for sweatshirts, because I know sweatshirts and hoodies are big. Amazon just did a color change or added colors to their sweatshirts and hoodies. So I'm going to show you how to find a sweatshirt this time. I think I did a hoodie the last time. All right, so I'm back on Etsy. I wanted to show you why I picked sweatshirts though. So I just typed in Halloween mom instead of Halloween t-shirt, and look what pops up. Sweatshirt, 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 So sweatshirts are really big right now on Etsy. You can see another sweatshirt. So how do we know what sweatshirt to use? Well, when we go to Printify here and we go to catalog and we go to bestsellers, we can see this one, sweatshirt 1800 or 18,000, sorry, Gildan 18,000. So I'm gonna pick this one and I'm gonna go here and choose manually. I like using Monster Digital. You can see all the different colors and sizes, and starting at $19.09, or if you have Printify Premium, wow, big deal, big savings. And we're gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna drag in the one that we did. So I'll drag it in here. Remember, it was made to be a black on a black design, so I'm gonna have to come in here and select maybe heather, dark heather, black, maybe red could be cool, and so on. Orange? I don't know. Let's try it out. I'm gonna move myself again. Let's see what other colors we have. Purple might be interesting. So let's see what size it is. We're gonna preview these on here. That's kind of cool. That looks like a t-shirt that you would wear out to Halloween. Let's see what it looks like on a person. Maybe a little too big. I'm gonna size it down a little bit here and center it. Let's preview that again. Okay, that's a little bit better. And let's see it on different colors. So not white, you can't see it on white. Heather, maybe, yeah. Dark heather, I think that's better. Black, yeah, definitely black. Red, there you go. And orange, yeah, so the only one I think I would take out is actually the white. So we can come in here, select variants, and take out the white. There you go. That's how you do it. There are more things here, more mock-ups that you can use. But if you really need a mock-up for this and you want to do maybe another lifestyle mock-up, you can come in here on Etsy, and I've done this before, and typed in mock-up, well, gotta do the whole thing, mock-up Gildan 18,000 right there, and just do that. And it knows the Gildan 18,000 is the sweatshirt, so you can see there's a sweatshirt one, here's a sweatshirt one, and so on. So you can pick which one you want. I think these are fine too if you need something else besides the one on Printify. Printify has some really good close-up ones, but it doesn't show the whole thing. But there's obviously the basic one and some models here. But if you want like other flat lays and other close-ups and stuff, you definitely have that option to go here on Etsy and find it. So I think it turned out all right. I may come in here and try out different things. Maybe not the teeth. Maybe there's a nice drawing of a mom Dracula. We could put that in. I think that could be fun. Just try different things. And I think the way that we found this, by finding what's popular and then trying and pivoting and trying something else, can be something really neat, that you can try something that's not already out there. Because as I think that Momcula isn't out here. So Momcula, yeah, only Monster. And oh, there's that one. That's interesting. There is a Momcula, but it's not as popular as what we did. And we better check, just for reference, USPTO. So I'm gonna come in here, check trademarks, Momcula, boom, and I do not see it, Momcula. So there you go. That's one nice thing about trying to mash up words, is most of the time a lot of people don't have that because it's a mashup of two words. So hopefully this was really helpful for you, and you can learn from what I did step by step. You don't have to do Momcula, but you can go and search and figure out what's trending or what people are doing, pivot, ask ChatGPT for some help, brainstorm, and then come into Canva and create something. Especially with the Halloween, you can create those drips and all the different shapes and stuff that kind of gives it some interest. So there you go. Hopefully that was really helpful, so you can see kind of the whole thing, how it goes from research all the way to the end. Now, if you want to do the research with Profit Tree, I'll put a link in the description here for that deal, the $67 lifetime deal that gets you that Etsy research and some of the other things on there. When you go to the link, it will explain everything that you got, but that's the one I have, so you'll see exactly what I see. Thanks again for watching. If you want to see another Canva video, how I show designing in Canva, I'll put the latest one right here so you can follow along and learn different tips on how to create in Canva. And as always, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.